the Bowery right about now, and this is the gaff for your pre-drinks. One of about 2 or 3. Northern Soul and that on a Saturday, I think. Friday's like dancey stuff. In the week it's everything. You have live bands. I wasn't actually that aware of the musical heritage we're dealing with in Sheffield up until about when I was about 13, 14. Even though my dad listened to Human League and electro and all that, it was just like normal. But when you're young, you don't necessarily see what's on your doorstep other than it's just like someone playing electro or reggae next door.
I mean, I know for a fact when I came here, there was a lot of people that had moved here specifically because of Warp, you know, and it was either like Warp or rock climbing. That seemed to be the 2 reasons that brought people to Sheffield.
When I first started making electronic music, people go, oh yeah, it sounds right Sheffield, and I didn't have a clue what they meant, you know. And I think it's like the way that you speak. You can tell you're from Sheffield just the way you speak, and when you make music, I think it's the same thing. It's part of the same thing, you know, it's a language like that.
Electronic, and more electronics. It's as if the studio could make its own music almost.
It's very minimal, based on a lot of studio equipment's right expensive. No one's got no money. So you take one piece of kit and you'll use it for 10 years and you'll be the master of that one piece of kit.
My records you could play on a reggae sound system, whereas you couldn't play a lot of disco records or any other kind of music on a reggae sound system. My records were designed to be played on 15 to 18-inch speakers.
Within a week you could have like Tony Christie and Toddla T coming in the studio, and you couldn't be like further apart in terms of like music.
They should know that.
Right about now, DQ, the main club.
How are you, Toddla T?
Hello, how you doing?
Hiya.
How's it going? What's your name?
Bad you.
What's your name?
My housemate loves you.
Is it?
Yeah. That's called Henry.
What's his name? Henry.
It's called Henry.
Is he with it? Is he ready?
He's ready for it. He
Proper
loves
ready?
it. He's like, you didn't even know, man.
Oh, alright.
My housemate loves it.
Toddla plays at Club Cabal, and Winston from the Forge Masters plays at Club Cabal, and I oversee the sound system at Club Cabal.
All the best stuff's like behind the scenes. It's like underground parties and like small nights, and it is, yeah, I guess it does go back to a DIY ethic, but that it's not really out of choice, that's out of necessity. It's like you use what you got, you know.
Churches, morgues, steelworks, studios, working men's clubs. Don't matter, it's all about the space and what we can carve into a good atmosphere.
And it's generally a secret. So I can't tell you about Club Cabal.
Right about now we're still on Devonshire Street. This gas called Size, yeah? Before it was called Size, it was a shop called Sumo that I used to work in as well. So I used to actually work in this shop unit for like since 16 to about 2 years ago. This is the window I looked out of many a time. All the gal them, all the man them. I used to work in a shop and all my colleagues were older and they were all DJs and they were all, well not all of them, but they were all into that sort of thing. So they just take me out. Lo and behold, my boy from Shake and Letty has took my place. In a way, this room's pretty deep. Tell the garden don't weep.
My name's Kid Acne, I live in Sheffield, I'm currently in Park Hill.
South Yorks, the South Yorks.
It always reminds me of that sequence out of La Haine when the guy's DJing in the balcony playing KRS-One. Set up initially as like a city in the sky, kind of like euphoric dream of new living. This is in the 50s, and then sort of since then it sort of fell into disrepair a little bit, and it's kind of a bit like the Bronx in the 80s. Being interested in graffiti and that sort of American ego and sort of New York drive don't really fit with like the British self-deprecation, especially like Northern British. I like them, I mean, I think they work. The bigger the better, to be honest. I just sort of think go big or go home. If everyone's indifferent, then it's like you may as well just like give up. But if some people really love it and some people hate it, then I think you're onto like a winner there. So yeah, I want to do more of them. It's just like getting the hookups to paint bigger walls on this scale. That's the hard thing.
South Yorks, the South Yorks.
Bungalows and Bears, this is like quite a big pub, but it's got amazing food, like it's my favourite place to eat. At night they have parties and DJs and stuff, and it's always got a wicked selection of beer, so good place to start, good place to have your tea, big.
Washington's always a good boozer.
They'll have like a 50s rock and roll night, and they'll have like a Northern Soul night, but it's always been run by people who are just like, we're rate sound, come in our boozer, and we're not going to give you no pressure, do you know what I mean? Unless you start taking piss, and then we'll kick you out.
Forum, Devonshire Street, kind of the top of the line, apart from Bowery of like shops and that in Sheffield, but not only is it a restaurant, but it's a little arcade, there's little independent shops in here, t-shirts, there's like a bong shop, all that madness. All tight to you.
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
S9,
Don't know,
S9,
S9 crew.
oh, no.
Picking up the S9 crew, I'm at S2 crew, and all of Sheffield, it's unity, it's cool. Toddla T, T-Willy from the Steel City, showing you Sheffield. Hopefully you'll come here and I'll have a better time than you would normally, because it's always a great time. I got to go studio tomorrow, so I'm going to leave you to it. You know where to go, do your thing. Come on.